Hi Felters, this is just a pre-intro to show you him all done and just to show you his big brother who's I'm gonna pack up and send to America. I've done a video on him if you like it. So just showing you this now, and now we're gonna go to the proper intro with me. Hope you enjoy it. Hi Felters, welcome. Today we're gonna make this really cute little photo frame box with a needle felted. Could be a cow or a sheep or a horse or a cat or a dog, whatever you want. Just it's a box frame and it's just really lovely, and I do sell quite a few, so I thought I'd show you how I make it. So I ordered the box frame off Amazon, and it comes like this. I ordered it in a box of 5, so it brought the price down a bit. I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can see it, and when it arrives, open it up, keep all the boxing stuff, especially if you are going to sell them. Get rid of the glass because you don't need the glass, and then it's got a little extra bit which keeps the back a bit, so it makes it a box frame. So that works well. It's just really nice, really good little frame. And then you put it back in, and I'm actually going to cover this with a page of writing paper, or you could cover it with whatever you want. Just gives it a nice backing in the back there. So this is what we're going to make. Let's get started. Right, sorry about that pre-intro. On with the head. So first off, just take some white, I use carded wool, mostly Shetland. Carded wool is so easy and forgiving. So just take a ball, and this is going to be the head, or the base of the head. So it's going to be a sort of a 1-inch thick round ball. So just start firming it up. This is my tri-needle that I use, which is fantastic. I do a link to the tri-needle below. Lots of people ask me about my tools, so I do a link. So this is how we're going to do the horns with pipe cleaners, and I was just checking the size that the head wasn't too big or bigger than the frame. So with the horns, get some pipe cleaners. It's so good because the wool sticks to them really well. Wrap the wool around, start thin. It's so much easier to start nice and thin. The only thing with the pipe cleaners is you have to cover the ends because they're a little bit sharp, or fold the ends over and squash them really flat, and then you don't get that sharp bit sticking out. And then start needle felting. I do lots of rolling towards me and build it up. See, I've built it up a little bit there, and just lots of felting and rolling. That's how we're going to be doing them. I keep testing them as I do it. Sorry about that. So there we go. I needed them a little bit thicker at the base, so I've just added a bit more wool and just keep twisting and rolling. So that's one side done. Make sure you know where the midpoint is. Just hold it in the back and then do the other side. So there's the other side all done. And that's how they're going to go on the back. So next we're going to do the nose, and the nose sticks out a little bit, so it's sort of a half a ball basically. And I don't needle felt it really tightly, just get it into the shape. Hold all the bits together at the back, needle felt it into sort of a half ball shape, and then start attaching it. If you've got a few fluffy bits left around the edge at the bottom, they're great because they will help you when you're attaching it. And I do quite a bit more shaping as it's actually when it's actually attached to the head. It's just a little bit easier. So attach it all around the base and do lots of big felts through the middle to keep it all on. This is the ears. I've done one of the ears in front, so take some black wool, make it into a leaf shape. The VALAIS BLACKNOSE ears are very long and narrow, and they sort of flop down a bit. They're really cute. So I make a leaf shape, and then to make the edges nice and firm, I get 2 bits of card and hold it between so that I don't hurt my fingers, and needle felt downwards. Hold the card really tightly, and then that helps you get quite a thin edge. And then do either side and then work your way to the point, and that way the point ends up in the middle. Otherwise sometimes they can look a little bit the points pointing down a bit or up a bit. And then just neaten and tidy them up afterwards. And what we're going to do with the ears is you fold them in half, and then once they're folded you needle felt them in half so they stay in half. There we go. Fold them in half, needle felt it through, and then that's how we're going to attach them onto the back. let's start putting it all together. So just take a white wool and we're going to needle felt it in, and that's just going to hold the horns in place. So just get a bit across it just to hold it. Make sure it's the same colour as the head would be a lot better, because in case any bits started to go through. And then, so once it's secure, then I did the edges just a little bit more to make the horns really solid on there. And the ears we are going to attach, and obviously it's a black, but because the head's quite thick, none of it actually came through, but do check as you're doing it. And if it starts to, then just do sort of more of a sidewards felt rather than a straight down. And there we go, so the 2 ears are on. Now I'm just shaping up the nose, because I wanted to give him 2 nostrils, and they lead down in a V, and the mouth is underneath with a little line between the 2, and that just gives him a more realistic look. Because he's all dark, it's quite tricky to get. You can't really, you could make a nose and put a nose on out of Fimo clay, but I just felted it on. This is just a small, simple frame that we're selling. So there we go, there's a mouth, 2 nostrils, and a little bit leading down. This is the Valais Blacknose fleece. So you can buy locks off Etsy, pre-washed and ready, or you can buy fleeces and wash them yourself. I do a video on washing the fleece. It just gets the price down if you buy it and wash it yourself. So it's very time consuming. This is the locks that I have washed, prepped and cut off, and then you gather them up, and yeah, it takes a long time, but it's worth it. So I've done either side of the nose. The little bit under the nose, I do the locks going backwards, and then you'll see I fold them down, and that gives you a nice edge around the bottom of the nose. So this is sort of like a backwards bit or an upside down bit. Attach it and then fold it down, and that'll give you a lovely finished edge close up to the bottom of the nose. And so you just keep adding layers up the face now, and when you get to the top, you start to take the locks over the back. See how I've done the Highland cow? The locks, the merino wool there, it goes all the way over the back. So it folds forward, so it gives it a nice finished edge at the top. There we go. And you add quite a bit, and it looks really good. It really, really makes it when you put all the locks on. So do a lot either side, and then you do another big one sort of at the middle. If they're sticking out a bit, just gently needle felt them in, cut off any really long ones. See, I just gently needle felted it. So the base bit, get some paper, get some glue, put it on, then put it in the frame. Realise you've done it upside down, pull the paper off, do it again. So make sure whatever you do, it's the right way up. Because there's only one way you can stand the stand with the little leg bit at the back. So just fixed my mistake, and then lock it all in place, and then get a massive. So there he is already. Get a massive load of glue over it. Twist the horns into whatever position you want them to be in. It's so easy with the pipe cleaners. It really is. And then get a big wad of glue, and this is how we're going to put him in. And then hold him on, and then put him upside down with something on top. So there we go, back to me. Right, there we go, he's all done. So I had him upside down, I had something heavy on top until he dried. I only left him for about half an hour because the glue works quite quickly. His nose was all squashed, so I unsquashed his nose. And I just think they're really good, really fantastic little things. They'd be a great gift for someone. Overall, he probably took me, okay, well, a good 3, maybe 4 hours, because I obviously prepped the wool, but you can buy the wool already done, or you can do a Highland cow, or you can do a cat, a dog, a horse. Might be quite tricky, he might be coming quite out of the frame, but yeah, I just think they're really great little things. I did say keep the box. There's no way that is going back in the box, but it does come with some nice bubble wrap, so if you're selling it, you can pop them in the bubble wrap probably. So there we go. I have got an event coming up, a stall holding event, so I am going to be making an awful lot of things over the next few weeks. It's good because it's pushing myself to make more makes. So I'll be doing lots of videos, and I'm going to be videoing that event as well as a stallholders event and how to prepare for an event and what to do as part of my business series. Any questions, comments, just let me know. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and see you again soon. Happy felting.